Welcome to another session of the School of Thought, Lunch and Learn. Happy Friday is to learn to discipline the less. And it seems like a very simple lesson, but it actually have a lot of impact in our lives. Sometimes unconsciously, we're always searching for more, and we think more have the answer. But the less that you have in your hand, we are not disciplined how to properly whether budget or how to properly put the less in the proper place. And sometimes I think we get distracted with other things that we see or other people that seems to have more, and it causes us to want more. So we neglect the less and searching for the more. But when you discipline yourself to use the less, in the less, it can multiply into more. Because remember, less is a seed. Less look like a small thing than the bigger thing. So if the small thing is a seed, I have to learn to cultivate the seed to get more out of it. Let me give you a couple of examples. Remember, some of you remember hearing your parents saying, we didn't have a lot, but we still made sure that the children was fed. We put food to the table, make sure you had money to go to school, or we put clothes on your back, and we didn't have more. How were they able to do more than what we're doing now with less? Obviously, it took wisdom, it took strategies, and it took consciousness to know, well, this is what I have. I am going to make the best of what I have. So you are living in a society that does, it makes it uncomfortable to have less. It just makes you feel like you less. But understand that anything that becomes bigger comes with the beginning of less. It comes with a seed, and the seed looks like it's nothing. But the smallest seed really actually bring forth a bigger tree. Right? A mustard seed, as we call it, it have a bigger tree inside of it. So be conscious to learn to do with what you have to bring more out of what you have. So budget and discipline the less. Don't allow other people action or the people statement, even on social media, to make you feel like what you have is so less that I'm going to leave that to search for more because I want that. I want this. And your lack of discipline of the less. But remember, when you discipline the less, you will get more, because now life can trust you with less. So when you are trusted with less, more is going to release in your life. But you can't be trusted with more when you have not handled less. Well, let's take another example. A lot of you know that a lot of immigrants are coming into United States with, for opportunities. And there's a lot of a company that hire the immigrants because they could pay them less. But when you take a good look, it seems like they're doing more with less. They're sending their children to college. They're up, getting new cars. They have now new business. How were they able to do that with them getting paid less money? Because it's a type of discipline when you're used to not having, and whatever little that you have, you learn to become a farmer and learn to plant the less in a good soil so you could get more in the next season. And I think some of us get impatient. We want the right now tree and the right now harvest and the right now success, but we're not willing to take the time to invest the little that you have, or the little strategies or the little ideas, and cultivate it so you could get a bigger tree with more fruit. So be conscious of disciplining yourself with less instead of searching for more. The more is in the less. So learn to plant the less, learn to cultivate the less so you could get more out of it. Right? So you could get the business that you're looking for, that you could send your children to school and not spend so much time complaining about the less. And when the less is sitting there looking at you, it's like, if you cultivate me, I have more for you. If you learn to discipline my less, you'll get more out of it. So just be more conscious and change your mentality towards the less. Change your mindset towards the less and learn to cultivate the less and watch it grow into more. And do understand, while you're cultivating the less, your character is being made, right? Your mind is being reformed. So when you do get the more, you'll have a disciplined character, a disciplined mindset to handle the more. Because if you don't, it will be a temporary success. It won't last because of your lack of discipline, because you weren't able to handle the less, you weren't able to handle the seed. So when the big come, you overflow, and what happened? You lose it. That's why people, when they win the lottery, they become poor in a year or less, because they weren't disciplined to handle the little bit that they had, the little seed that they had. And so when the big tree success come, boom, you lose it overnight because of the lack of discipline. So any stages in life that you are, it could be the stage of the seed or the stage of small. Don't neglect the transformation that you need to go through, so when that big harvest comes, you'll be able to be disciplined to handle it, to get more out of it, and to keep it. Because if you don't do that, you won't keep that success long. All right. So you can discipline yourself with less. And I'm watching a whole lot of immigrants doing it. They're like, oh my God, how did they come out with a car? How did they come out with a new business? And sometimes it's 2 or 3 businesses that they got together and open and coming out with big stuff. And it's like, how did you do that with less? It's a discipline that's in the less. So let's start with getting ourselves together and discipline the less and discipline the seed, so you can get the harvest out of the seed. Thank you so much for joining me for another session of the School of Thought. You have yourself an absolutely awesome Friday. Oh, I forgot the workshop that's coming up September 27th. I have a free workshop, how to build your entrepreneurship through relationship. It's coming September 27th. It's free. All you have to do is register, hanajosray.com, click on coaching classes, and you'll be able to register for free. It's free. It's free. It's free. So that is my seed that I am cultivating for a much bigger fruit. So I want you to come, how to build your entrepreneurship through relationship. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So it's going to be at our office in Irving, Texas. Register, and you could also book me for any session of Sweep Your Brain class or coaching at josrayenterprise.com, or go to hanajosray.com. Get your team together and say, come on, let's go get some of those tools of wisdom that will help us cultivate the less, that will help us cultivate the seed that we have in entrepreneurship. So whatever tool of wisdom that you could get, come and get it. It will work. All right, September 27th at 7 p.m. Join me. It's free. Did I say that it was free? It's free. Right? So register, hanajosray.com. Thank you. Have an absolutely awesome weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Thank you. Enjoy. Happy Friday.